can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, guys? Yeah, good. So, can we start? Okay. So, let's start today. We are going to discuss about editors. So, generally, how we need to edit the files, guys. For example, if you try to configuring the like one service, the server related one file will have one configuration file. This configuration file having the 200, 300 lines. How you need to configure this configuration file? How we need to edit this configuration file? So generally in Windows, how you are going to edit the files, guys? In Windows, how you are going to edit the files? Yes, I hope like you know very well about Windows. How we need to edit the files into the Windows? We have text files, so we need to edit the text files. So what type of editor we need to use in Windows to edit the files? So text, very good. So Notepad and Notepad by default will have. While you are installing the operating system, along with the operating system, will have the Notepad and Notepad. Yes? So like the same way, coming to Linux, we have two types of editors, guys. One is GUI editors, that means graphical user interface editors. Another one is CLI editors, command line interface editor. Now we'll have graphical user interface editor like Notepad and Notepad. Okay, so with the help of this Notepad and Notepad, excuse me. So can we able to edit the files? Yes, always we can able to edit the files, guys. It's possible. Yes, it's possible. So we can able to edit the files. Okay. So why we need to learn CLI editors again? So coming to CLI editors, we'll have very famous few editors like VI and VIM, Nano. So like this editors will have. Okay. So let's see here. So coming to editors, we'll have two types of editors. One is GUI, another one is CLI. So GUI, graphical user interface editor, CLI, command line interface editors. So coming to Windows, we'll have the Notepad and Notepad. Like the same way, in Linux, we have very popular graphical user interface editor called gedit and gvim. And then, so different types of editors will have Nano. So like this editors will have in graphical, so user interface editors. Okay. So when maximum people, they're going to use gedit. So gedit and gvim to edit the files in graphical mode. Okay. So did you feel any difficulty to manage the Notepad and Notepad, guys? So from childhood onwards, we are using Notepad and Notepad to edit the files. So we doesn't have any difficulty into the Notepad and Notepad. So it's very easy to edit the files using the Notepad and Notepad. So like the same way, coming to Linux, we'll have the gedit and gvim. So here, no need to learn about gedit and gvim. Here you know very well about the Notepad. No? So because of that reason, easily we can able to edit the file with the help of gedit also. Both are a little bit similar. So we doesn't have the much difference between Notepad and gedit. Clear? So let's see here. I'll show you how to open the file. How to open the file with the help of gedit, and then how we need to edit the files with the help of gedit. Okay. So can we able to open the files with the help of gedit into the CLI mode, guys? In real time, what type of mode will have? In real time environment, so what type of mode will have? Yes, guys. In real time environment, so what type of mode will have? Maximum CLI mode will have. That means text user interface mode will have. Yes. TUI mode will have. So we are going to interact with the help of text user interface. That means you can say CLI also. So can we able to open the file with the help of gedit into the CLI mode? It is possible. If we can able to open the file with the help of gedit in CLI mode, So no need to use VIM editors. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. We are unable to open the file in CLI with the help of gedit and gvim. So it's not possible. It's not going to support to open the file with the help of gedit into the CLI mode. I will show you practically. Don't worry. Okay. So let's see here. So now I'm trying to opening the one file called. Let's see here. Gedit is a command. Okay. File1 is a file name. I open this file. I'm trying to add in some content inside the file. So this is my gedit editor. So here the file1 is a file name. So I'm trying to add in some content. This is a Linux class. Okay. This is a Linux class. Okay. So hello, how are you? So like this I'm trying to writing, you can edit. It doesn't have any difficulty. We need to save the file. So we'll have the save option, you can save the file. So we need to open the file, open option we'll have. We need to take a printer, we'll have the printer option here. And then undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, zoom in, and then search the text and edit the text, find and replacing the text. So to open the new file, we'll have the icon here. So here we doesn't have any difficulty to edit the files. Yes? Yes, guys. Did you feel any difficulty here to edit the files with the help of gedit? Yes, guys. So did you feel any difficulty here? No. So we know very well about the gedit because we know Notepad and Notepad. The gedit and gvim both it's similar. So we doesn't have the much difference. So by default we doesn't have the gvim. We need to install the gvim. So let's see. I'm going to close this file. I'm going to install the gvim editor here. So don't worry. I'll teach you later about installation and these all stuff. Don't worry. So at present doesn't require. I'm trying to installing the gvim file. So that means editor file. By default, we doesn't have this gvim in our operating system. We need to install this gvim. Okay, graphical vim. So vim full form, visual display editor, graphical visual display editor. So we need to install this gvim. Okay. So by default, we doesn't have. Okay. I was install this gvim and try to opening this file with the help of gvim. Can we able to open the file? Yes, we can able to open the file with the help of gvim. This is also graphical user interface editor. So here also there is no difficulty. You can keep the file very easily, and then we'll have the save, and then we'll have the print option and open, undo, redo, cut, copy, paste. Same options we'll have. It doesn't have any difference here. So it's a very easy to edit the file using this editor. But in real-time environment, so yum install gvim, that's it. So he at present doesn't require, guys. I will teach you later, don't worry. Installation part. So we'll have one chapter called package management. At the time I will teach you. So I need to show some demonstration for you people. Because of that reason I installed this gvim editor. Okay. So yum install command I used to install the gvim. Okay. So don't bother about the installation. So we'll have the chapter called the package management. So at the time I will teach you. Don't worry. So clear, guys. So can we able to open this editor? Can you able to open the file with the help of this editor into the CLI mode? It is possible. Can we do practically? So how to switch from GUI to CLI? How to switch to GUI to CLI? So Control Alt F2. GUI to CLI. Control Alt F2, guys. Okay. And I'm trying to log in as a root user and provide the root user password. Then I'm trying to open file with the help of gedit file1. See what happened. Could not open X display. That means so gedit is not going to support to edit the files in CLI mode. So I'm trying to open gvim. So gvim also it is not going to support to open the file. Cannot open. I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. I hope you got it. So you are unable to open the file. You are unable to edit the file into the CLI mode using gedit and gvim commands. So gedit and gvam editors. So to edit the files in CLI mode, in text user interface mode, so what type of editors we require? We'll have the different types of editors, guys, but the very popular editors are VI and VIM. So VI and VIM. So VI full form Visual Display Editor, VIM full form Visual Display Editor Improved. Visual Display Editor, VI full form. So Visual Display Editor Improved, VIM full form. Clear? So by default in RHEL 7.0 we'll have the VIM, and in 6.0 by default we'll have VI. Okay? So in 7.0 also you can open VI, there is no issues. So what is the difference between this VI and VIM? So what is the improvement we'll have into the VIM? So it's the latest from 7.0 onwards they introduced us VIM editor. So Visual Display Editor improved. So what is the difference between this both the editors? So let's see, guys, how to switch from GUI to CLI mode. Control Alt CTRL plus Alt plus F2. Okay, GUI to CLI. Clear? Control plus Alt plus F2. Then I need to switch CLI to GUI. CLI to GUI. Okay, CLI to GUI. Control plus Alt plus F1. Clear, guys? CLI to GUI, Control plus Alt plus F1. So let's see here. I'm back to GUI mode again. So go to operating system, Control Alt F1. I'm back to GUI mode. Okay. So now we'll see the difference between VI and VIM editor. We'll see the difference between VI and VIM editor. So let's see here. I'll do one thing. I'll open one more terminal. So can we able to open the one more terminal? Yes, we can able to open the terminal. So now what I'm doing in the sense, I'm trying to keeping this both the terminals side by side. Okay, and this terminal also, this terminal also I'm going to keep side by side here. Okay, I have the two different terminals here. So try to switch into the root user. So I switch from student to root. So in this terminal also will have the root user. In this terminal also will have the root user. Now I'm trying to open one configuration file with the help of VI editor in this terminal. So VI etc password is a configuration file. Clear, guys? So etc contain what? etc contain all the configuration files. Yes, etc contain all configuration files. So I'm trying to opening one configuration file called password. So it's available into the etc directory. Okay. So with whom I'm trying to opening? With the help of VI editor. With the help of VI editor. Then hit enter. So let's see here. Then hit enter. I open the file. How it is looking, guys? How it is looking? Foreground is black and background is white. That's it, no? If you did any typo mistakes here, can you able to identify the typo mistakes easily here? It is possible. Yes, guys. I'm trying to typing something. I'm doing some typo mistakes here. Okay. So can we able to find out this typo mistakes easily? No. Always no, because if you type anything, it won't show typo mistakes. Very good. Okay. So now let's see here. I'm trying to opening the same file with the help of VIM editor. Okay, so we should use E because I'm trying to opening the same file into the multiple tabs because of that. See here, if you observe, we'll have foreground some colors and background white. If you did any typo mistake, so easily you can identify. So the color it got changed. See here, the color it got changed. So who's doing Java and C++? Generally Java program, how you are going to write? With the help of Notepad, yes? If you are writing the Java program with the help of Notepad, so we are unable to find out the typo mistakes. we are unable to find out the errors that much of easily. So what we need to do, we need to compile, and while you are trying to compiling at the time, we'll get the errors, exceptions and errors we'll get. So according to this error, we need to identify the like typo mistake, and we should correct that. So, but if you're using Eclipse like this third-party applications, we'll have some different types of third-party applications, yes, to write the program. So Eclipse, so the famous application is I think Eclipse only. So with the help of Eclipse, if you try writing the program, if you did any typo mistake, so easily we can able to identify because the color it got changed. While you try to writing some program, so at the time if you're doing if you try to doing the like typo mistakes, so unfortunately if you try to typing some different letter, so automatically the color it is going to change. So because of that reason, easily you can able to find out the typo mistakes. So apart from this, there is no difference, guys. In VI and VIM, both are same. So only this improvement will have into VIM. Clear? So I hope you're clear. The differences between VI and VIM. So usually we are going to use VI and VIM into the real-time environment. So maximum peoples, they are going to use VI and VIM. So clear, guys? Do you have any doubts, any questions? Yes. Yes, guys. So I hope you cleared the difference between VI and VIM. Okay. So now how to edit the file with the help of VI and VIM? Both are same, guys. Navigation wise, options, shortcuts, everything is same apart from this difference. Like the color it will change automatically. Well, if you try to doing the typo mistake. Okay. So let's see here. If I open the file with the help of VI or VIM, so we'll have three different modes, guys. Okay, we'll have three different modes. So for example, see here, I'm trying to opening the one file called file1 with the help of VIM editor. If you only can use VI or VIM, both are same. So navigation wise, shortcuts, everything is same. It doesn't have the much difference, guys. Okay, so VIM and then file1. I open the file. So now we'll get one mode called command mode. If you open the file, we'll get the command mode. So here you are unable to edit the file content. Here you are unable to edit the file content. So in command mode, you are unable to modify the file. You are unable to modify the file content. So what is the use of this editor if you are unable to modify the file content? So why we need editors to edit the files, to modify the file content, to delete the file content according to a requirement. Yes. So guys, by default, if you open the file, so we'll have command mode. With the help of command mode, you are unable to edit the files with the help of VIM editor or VI editor, whatever it may be. So how I need to edit the file? How I need to edit the files? Guys, please concentrate. So how we need to edit the file? So we need to enter into the insert mode. So we should enter into the insert mode. So first of all, if you open the file, we'll have the command mode. So in command mode, we are unable to edit the file. So I need to edit the file. So how to edit the file? So we should enter into the insert mode. In insert mode, you can able to edit the files, you can able to modify the files, you can able to delete the file content according to your requirement, whatever if you want to do. How we need to enter into the insert mode in this is using small I key. Using small I key. In our keyboard, we'll have the small I key, no? So we should use that small I key. We need to press that small I key. We'll get the insert mode. Then you can edit the file. You can type some content inside the file according to your requirement. After completing your work, and then I need to go back to the command mode. So how we need to go back to the command mode from insert mode to command mode in the sense? So escape key we should use. We should use escape key, guys. We'll have the escape key in our keyboard, yes. So we should use escape key to switch to the again back to the command mode. Clear? So how many modes we completed till now? So command mode and then insert mode. So if you open the file, so by default we'll have the command mode. You are unable to edit the file with the help of this command mode. So I need to edit the file. So how to edit the file? So we should enter into the insert mode using small I key option. Small I key option. And then after completing your work, so after editing your file, I need to go back to the command mode again. So we should use escape key to go back to the command mode. Clear, guys? Escape key, we're back to the command mode. And then we'll have the one more mode called visual mode. So here also in visual mode also you are unable to edit the file. So we're not going to use this visual mode so frequently. So just to read the file we are going to use the visual mode. To select the file content, to copy the file content, that's it. We can able to select the file content, that's it. We are unable to modify any file content with the help of visual mode. In the name itself only it's a visual. Visual means we can able to see the content of the file, that's it. We are unable to do anything. So how we need to enter into the visual mode? So using small v key. Small v key we should use to enter into the visual mode. Again I'm back to the command mode. Again we should use small v key to back to the command mode. Clear guys? How to enter into the visual mode? So small v key we should use to enter into the visual mode. I need to go back to the command mode again from visual mode to. Okay, so small v again we should use small e key. So we're back to the command mode. Clear guys? So v visual mode, again v command mode. Clear? I need to save the file content. I need to save the file content. So from command mode to extended command mode we need to switch. So colon. So colon we should use to enter into the extended command mode. So colon W to save, Q to quit from the editor. Save and quit. WQ. Colon WQ. You need to go back to the again command mode. So use backspace. Before quit. So you should use backspace and we are going to back to the command mode again. Clear? So we'll have how many modes in editor guys? In VAR as well as in VAM editor? 4 modes we'll have. So one is command mode, insert mode, and visual mode, and then extended command mode. Okay? So can we do practically? So let's see here. So I'm trying to opening this file with the help of VAM. So already we'll have the one file called file1. I'm into command mode now. I'm into command mode. If you type anything, you are unable to type anything. So because we are into command mode, we're getting some error here. No previous regular expressions like this. We're getting the error here. Okay. So I need to type something. I need to edit something inside the file. Small I. See here, guys. If you observe, we'll have the insert. We have insert here. See. Now it is ready to insert the content of the file. Okay. So let's see here. You can use navigation keys to navigate the cursor, and then you can add something like this. So welcome to NIT. So like this you can add. Okay. Then I need to go back to the command mode. Escape key you should use. See here. It got disappear. Insert it got disappear. So now we are back to the command mode. Again you are unable to type anything. You are unable to edit the file. So with the help of command mode. Okay, clear guys? Small I, insert mode, escape, back to the command mode. Small I, insert mode, escape, back to the command mode. I need to enter into the visual mode. Small v, visual mode. Small v is a visual mode. So here just it's a readable mode guys. So just you can select, that's it. You can copy the content and then you can paste somewhere, that's it. Okay. So v visual mode. Again v, back to the command mode. Back to the command. So I hope you're clear guys. So I need to edit some content. I again. So insert mode. So use the navigation case and then you can type according to your requirements. Whatever if you want you can type. Okay. Linux is a open source operating system. Clear? Now I need to save this file. I need to save this file content. So back to the command mode and then colon W to save. The file it got saved. How many lines we'll have in this file? 5 lines we'll have, but it is showing only 4 lines. Why? Because we'll have the space also here. See, we'll have one space here. This is also considering 1 line. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. 5 lines, 83 character. It got written. Okay, guys, give me 1 minute. So guys, can you hear me? Yeah, good. So I hope you're clear. So how many modes will have? 4 modes will have. To save the file, colon W. To save the file, colon W. Okay. So colon W to save the file. I need to exit. I need to exit from editor. So colon WQ, save and quit. Without save, we need to quit in a sense. Just you can give colon Q, that's enough. Okay. So I save the file and I quit from the editor and back to the terminal. So clear. So I hope you're clear, guys. We'll have the how many modes? 4 modes we'll have. So command mode, insert mode, visual mode, and extended command mode. So by default, if you open the file, we'll have the command mode. We need to edit the file. So we should use I key to enter into the insert mode. Okay? And then we need to go back to the command mode again from insert mode to command mode, like escape key we should use. And then V to visual mode. Again V to back to the command mode. To save the file, colon, extended command mode. So WQ, save and quit from the editor. So like this, you can edit the file. Okay? And one more thing, yes, each and every mode having few options to manage the file little bit quickly. For example, so while you are trying to editing the configuration file, we having the 200, 300 lines into your configuration file. So we need to edit the files in the sense we should know some shortcuts to edit the file little bit quickly in real time environment. Okay. So because of that reason, we'll have few options into each and every mode. Now we are going to discuss. Okay. So clear, guys? Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, so let's see here. We'll have few options. We'll have few options to edit the files little bit quickly. So let's see here. Insert mode. So in insert mode, what type of options we'll have? Command mode, what type of options we'll have? In visual mode, so visual mode doesn't require just we doesn't have any options into the visual mode. And in extended command mode, we'll have few options. We'll see now. Okay. So let's see, guys, here. So we'll have few options here. So we'll do practically now. So command mode to insert mode. So command mode to insert mode. Okay. So insert mode. So always we know so how to enter into the insert mode from command mode. So I key we should use to enter into the insert mode. Small I key. So we need to use to enter into the insert mode. Okay. Clear? So now my intention is I need to place the cursor. I need to place the cursor. For example, I open this file. Okay, small I, we are into insert mode, and then escape back to the command mode. Now my intention is I need to place the cursor from starting of the line to end of the line, and we need to insert mode. I need to change the cursor position. Okay, so the cursor it is into starting of the line, guys. I need to place the cursor into the end of the line, and we need an insert mode. So small capital A. Capital A is an option we should use to place the cursor from starting of the line to end of the line, and then automatically we'll get the insert mode from command. Clear? small capital A, guys. So capital A, end of the line, insert mode. The cursor, it will, so it may be like the cursor may be any, so it may be into the middle of the line also. So we need to place the cursor, so end of the line, in the sense we should use capital A, and then automatically, so it will switch from command line to insert mode. So sorry, command mode to insert mode. Clear? And escape, I'm back to the command mode. I need to place the cursor starting of the line, and we need insert mode. Capital I. So capital I and capital A. Capital A, end of the line. So okay, escape, I'm back to the command mode. So capital A. So capital A, the cursor will switch to the end of the line, and then we'll get the insert mode. Okay. Then escape. Then capital I. So the cursor is going to switch to the starting of the line. We'll get the insert mode. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. So we doesn't have any meanings, guys, here. Okay. So capital A means we'll have an option. So we are going to switch the cursor from starting of the line to end of the line. Okay. We'll have the number of the options. So some option doesn't have any meaning. You need to remember this option to manage the files. Okay. So let's see here. Small I, insert mode, capital A, will get the insert mode, and then the cursor will place to the end of the line. And small a also will have. Yeah, you can use manually also. There is no issues using navigation keys. See, simple, guys. I need to, while I'm trying to editing the file, so I need to edit the file from the end of the line. So what I need to do? I have the like lengthy line, so I need to place the cursor into the end of the line. So you can use capital A, and directly you can switch from the command, like command mode to insert mode, and the cursor position will change. No need to enter into the like insert mode, and no need to use the navigation keys. We are reducing our work. Yes. As soon as possible, with the help of this option, we can able to edit the files. But it will take some time, so you need to do some practical session. Then only it will be habituated with you people. Okay. I am moving always manually, so using navigation keys. Yes. But my intention is I'm trying to like switch from the command mode to insert mode. At the time itself only I'm changing the cursor position. Okay. So small a is a key. So escape, I'm back to the command mode. I'm using small a. Only one letter it is going to switch, and we'll get the insert mode. Only one letter it will switch. Okay. Small a. So let's see here. I'm back to the command mode. Small a I'm using. One letter. Only one letter it will switch, and then we'll get the insert mode. Clear? So next. So now my intention is I need to add one line below the cursor. For example, my cursor is into the second line. I need to add one empty line below the cursor. Small o. We'll get one empty line below the cursor, and automatically we'll get the insert mode. You can type whatever if you want. So whatever if you want, you can type according to your requirement. Okay. Again, I'm going to place this cursor. Second line, I need to add one empty line above the cursor, and then we need an insert mode. Capital O. So clear? Small o adding the line below the cursor, capital O adding the line above the cursor. So I hope you got it, guys. So small o, we're going to insert one line. So we are going to add one line below the cursor. Capital O, we are going to add one line above the cursor. Clear? So I hope you got it. Escape, capital O. Approve. We should use escape and capital O. Capital O, shift to O, guys. That's it, no? If you want, you can use capital O key also. Okay. So escape, capital O. Capital O, how you will get? Shift cap O. You will get the capital O. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. This is These are options we are going to use frequently to switch from command mode to insert mode. Okay. You can remove, you can modify whatever if you want to can do. Because of that reason, we are using editors. Yes, Philip. So what is the use of editor? To edit the files. Editing means, so maybe if your doesn't require some content, unnecessary content, we can remove. It's not a editors means you can remove, you can modify, you can edit whatever if you want to can do according to your requirement. It's not like this. We need to add the content into the file. You can remove, you can delete using the backspace. Using some keys, you can delete the file content. There is no issues. Okay. Capital I. Cyclone. Capital I, it will switch the cursor starting of the line and we'll get the insert mode. Okay. See here. So I place the cursor end of the line. Okay. So now my intention is I need to place this cursor starting of the line and we need an insert mode. Capital I you can use. Okay. The cursor will jump to the starting of the line and we'll get the insert mode. So I hope you're clear, guys. We'll have few options into command mode also. We'll see now. So to navigate the cursor, we'll have few options. We'll see. Okay. Small gg. Small gg. Escape and back to the command mode. In command mode, we'll have few options. We'll see now. Okay. Small gg. Starting of the line. The cursor, it's not a starting of the line. It's a starting of the page. So maybe you have the 400 lines into your file. I need to place the cursor starting of the page. So maybe I need to check. I need to modify the starting of the line. So maybe the cursor it is 100th of the line. I need to place the cursor starting of the page. Small gg 2 times. Small gg, guys. Okay. So let's see here. Small gg. The cursor will place to the starting of the line. Small gg. Okay. So capital G, end of the line. End of the page. Not line, end of the page. Okay. Small gg, starting of the page, and capital G, end of the page. Clear? Small gg, starting of the page, capital G, end of the page. Okay. So like this again, navigate the cursor. Excuse me, guys. In command mode. Small gg, starting of the line, capital G, end of the line, and W. First of all, we'll see W. So what is the use of W? So let's see here. Small gg, I place the cursor starting of line. My intention is I need to move the cursor word by word, that to forward. Okay, W. See here, the cursor will move word by word. The cursor will move word by word. B, backward. The cursor will move word by word backward. So B. Now my intention is from cursor position to after fourth word, like I need to place the cursor. From cursor position to fourth word I need to place. Okay. 4W. Clear? 4 number and W. I need to place the cursor from cursor position to maybe 8th word. 8W. Clear, guys? So like this, it can navigate the cursor quickly. Okay? So you can navigate the cursor according to your requirement a little bit quickly. I need to place the cursor before starting position to before 8th word. 8B. 8B. I hope you're clear, guys. Okay? W, the cursor will move word by word forward. B, the cursor will move backward. So if you're using N, N means number. You can use any number according to your requirement. You can place the cursor from your requirement. Okay, so you can give 4W, so the cursor will place after 4 words. If you give 4B, so the cursor will place before forwards. Okay. DD to cut the line. Okay. To cut the line. DD. So now my intention is I need to delete this line. I need to cut this line. DD. Okay. To redo this line, to undo this line, sorry, U. Small U. So by mistake, if you deleted something, like you need to undo that. So small U. In Windows, we'll have Control Z, no? So like the same way we'll have here small U. Otherwise, if you want to can use capital U also. There is no issues. Capital U also you can use. There is no issues. Okay. So now I need to delete the line like letter by letter. Capital small X you can use. Small X. You can use delete key also. There is no issues. Okay. Now capital U. Entire line will get. So we'll undo this line. So I hope you're clear, guys. Capital X R DD to delete the line. That means cut the line. If you want, you can paste the line also. There is no issues. You can delete. You can cut the line. You can paste somewhere. So let's see here. I'm going to cut this line. I'm going to paste somewhere. For example, here. So clear. So if you want, you can paste anywhere like this. So I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. So like the second, delete. So using small dd and x also to delete the line. X also, small x also to delete the line. But letter by letter we are going to delete. Sachin. So how we are using backspace? Like the same way you can use x instead of backspace to remove the line. Okay. So next, U undo. Then I need to copy. Capital U and U both are same, guys. So if you're using small u, so like we can able to undo letter by letter, letter by letter. If you're using capital U, entire line will get at a time. Milan. Okay? Entire line will get at a time. And next. So YY to copy the line. For example, I need to copy this second line. We need to place the cursor so in front of the second line, YY. It got copied, then we need to paste. So P to paste. P to paste. I need to copy maybe like this from starting of the line to 4 lines. Okay. So we need to place the cursor starting of the line 4 YY. 4 lines act. It means 4 lines copied and then so P to paste the lines. P to paste. So I hope you got it, guys. So Y1 to copy the line. You can place the cursor into any line. So you need to copy and then use Y1. So it is going to copy the line and you can navigate the cursor according to your requirement. So use P option to paste the line. Use P option to paste the line. Okay. So you can paste anywhere into the Word file. Okay. So I hope you're clear. Next, so P to paste. So these types of options we are going to use into the command mode to navigate the file content. Okay, to navigate the file and then to manage the file content. So I hope you're clear, guys. How to save the file? So we'll have few options into the extended command mode also. We'll have few options into extended command mode also. NYY means number YY. 4 YY I was given a section. The cursor position to 4 lines it will copy. N means number. N means number. Okay. From cursor position to how many lines you need to copy, we should provide the number and then type YY. Okay. Type YY and then also you can copy according to your requirement how many lines you require. So I need 4 lines in the sense we should give the 4. You need 2 lines in the sense we should provide the 2. Okay, so let's see. I will show you again. So here I place the cursor here and then I need to copy the cursor position to 4 lines. 4 by 1. Then P to paste. Clear? Okay. So we'll see now few options into the extended command mode. So coming to extended command mode. WQ already we know this option colon W to save the file. 16 lines, 277 character written. Written means it got saved. It got saved. Okay. So 16 lines, 200. So W only save. I need to quit from the file. I need to quit from this editor. You should use Q without saving. You can quit from the editor. I'm back to the terminal. I need to save and quit at a time. Colon WQ. Save and quit. Instead of colon WQ, if you want, you can provide X also. Colon X, small x to save and quit from the editor. Okay? Save and quit from the editor. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. And then if you want, you can use exclamatory mark also. If you want, you can use exclamatory mark for W. So if you want, you can use exclamatory mark for WQ also. Why this exclamatory mark? Forcefully, we need to quit from the editor. Sometimes while you are trying to editing, so maybe if you are having any problems, so while you are unable to quit from the editor, at the time you can use exclamatory mark. So you're going to quit from the editor. Let's see, I'll show you. I'm trying to opening one file called etc sudo ers. Sudo ers. Then open this. See here, etc sudo ers is a read-only file. etc sudo ers is a read-only file. So while I'm trying to editing something inside this file, we can able to edit, but while you're trying to save at the time, you'll get some problem. So let's see here, I'm trying to quit from this file. What happened? Let's see. Read-only option is set, add exclamatory mark, overwrite. Okay, so overwrite. So we can able to quit forcefully. Clear, guys? Both are same. Such a WQ, colon WQ and colon X, small x. Both are same. So it will save and exit the file from exit from the editor. We'll back to the terminal. Clear? No. So how to get the line numbers? How will get the line numbers? Colon SCNU. See here, colon SCNU. 16 lines will have. Okay, I need to place the cursor on 4th line. Otherwise, maybe 8th line. Colon 8. Then hit enter. The cursor is going to place to the 8th line. Cursor it will place to the 8th line. Colon 4. The cursor will place to the 4th line. Colon 12. Otherwise 14. So the cursor will place to the 14th line. So I hope you got it, guys. 9. The cursor will place to the 9th line. It doesn't require any line numbers. SC, no, NU. SC, NU. SC space NU, guys. Line numbers will get. SC space no NU. So we are going to remove the line numbers. According to your requirement, you can add the line numbers. But it's not a permanent line numbers. So for identify the lines, so we are going to assign the line numbers. That's it. Okay. So because in real-time environment, you're going to edit the configuration files. You're going to edit the configuration files. So at the time, so if you open the one configuration file, we'll have the number of the lines. So for identify the lines, maybe. So we know about some configuration file, so and so line I need to edit. So directly can go to that particular line and then you can edit. Okay. So using line numbers. So I hope you're clear. So how to search the file content? / then hello. It doesn't have small hello. / capital. See here the hello or import highlight. Means how many hellos will have we can. Okay. I need to replace this hello with hi. Find and replace will have in Windows, yes, in Word document. So while you are trying to editing the document with the help of Word, okay. So we are going to use the option called find and replace. So like the same way here, we can able to find and replace the codes. So now let's see how to find and replace. So here colon s forward slash, then hello, then I'm trying to replacing with I. Only one word it is going to replace because the cursor, so it will be available on this word itself only because of that reason. So only this word it is going to replace. Okay, I need to replace all the words. Then how to replace all the words? Colon, percentile, yes, then hello with I. Got it? Everything it is going to replace. So find and replace like this. Clear? Forward slash to search the word, S forward slash, then source word, and then destination. That means target word. So I'm trying to replacing with hi to, sorry, hello to hi. So you need to replace everything into your file. So we should use percentile in front of the S. So I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. So like this, you can find and you can replace the word. Okay. So clear? So now I'm save this word and I'm saving this file and then put from the editor. I'm back to the terminal. Can we able to print the file content with the help of cat command? It is possible. Yes. We can able to print that file content with the help of cat command. So everyone they can able to like get the content of this file using cat command. But my intention is this is one confidential file. Okay, it's one confidential file. Okay, so I need to encrypt the data. I need to encrypt the data. So generally, so no one should not like open the file with the help of cat command. So I have some confidential data. I need to make this file into the encrypted format. Okay, so how to make this file into the encrypted format? Open the file, guys. It's very simple. Please concentrate. Open the file with the help of VA editor. Then so it's very simple, guys. Simple. So let's see here. Open the file. Colon capital X. Then it will ask the password. You need to provide the password. Okay. So you should remember this password. Okay. Colon WQ to save and quit the file. Let's check the content of the file. So cat file. The data I got encrypted. The data I got encrypted. We assign the one encrypted password. Okay. So now let's see here. So VIM file 1. I need to decrypt this file. VIM file 1. So you should remember this password, guys. You need to remember the password, then only we can able to decrypt. Otherwise, we are unable to decrypt. Okay. So we should provide the password to enter into the file and colon again capital X. Colon capital X, enter, enter, enter. Then save and quit. Then check the content of the file. See. Got it like this, I can decrypt the file. So I hope you're clear, guys. How to manage the file with the help of VA and VAM editor. How to manage the file with the help of VA and VAM editor. I hope you got it. So I hope you got it, guys. Yes. Do you have any doubts, any questions? Which one? Encryption. So let's see here. Concentrate here. So I'm trying to opening this file with the help of VAM editor. Colon capital X. With enter, it will ask the password. So we should provide the password. Okay, we should provide the password. Save and quit. So cat file 1. Then it got encrypted. So now again I need to decrypt this. So you need to enter into the file. We should provide the password. Colon capital X again. Enter, enter. That's it. Colons. And then cat file 1 got decrypted. I hope you got it, Chandana. Okay. So now, can we able to open the multiple files at a time? That's it. So colon capital X, enter, enter, enter. That's it. No need to provide anything. Sachin, don't provide any password. Just hit enter. That's it. So can we able to open the multiple files at a time with the help of one editor? Yes, we can able to open the multiple files. Hyphen O is option. File 1, sorry, file 1 and then file 2. See, this is file 1 and this empty file is file 2. The cursor it is into file 1 now. The cursor it is into file 1. If you use the insert mode, so we can able to navigate, we can able to edit the only file 1 content. So how we need to edit the file 2 content? Escape, Control W, insert, then you can type whatever you want. So clear. Okay, escape, Control W. So back to the file 1. Escape, Control W. So back to file 2. I hope you clear, guys. Escape, Control W, back to file 1. So I need to save this file, both the files at a time. So WQA, save and quit all at a time. Okay. So like this, you can edit the editors according to your requirement using VI and VIM editors. So I hope you're clear, guys. So do you have any doubts, any questions here? In visual mode, we doesn't have anything. So it's a one readable mode. So Milan, it's a one readable mode. That's it. Just you can enter into the visual mode. We can able to see the content and we can able to copy the content. You can select the content of the file. That's it. It doesn't have anything. So in the name itself only, it's a visual mode. We can able to watch the content of the file. That's it. Hyphen O, Chandana. VIM hyphen O, then file 1. How many files you need to open? You can provide the like file names. So using some space, okay? So VIM space hyphen O, then space file 1, space file 2. That's it. So you can open. You can edit Control W to navigate the files, okay? Colon 7 quit. A means all. Okay? Simple. If you use colon Q also, colon WQ also you can use. But only one file it is going to save and quit. You need to save and quit both the files at a time. So WQA all. So all files we get. No issues, Chandra. No issues, you can prepare, there is no issues, okay? So I hope you're clear, guys. Do you have any doubts, any questions? Yes, no, good. If you require, if you want, you can take a snapshots. If you require, if you need it, snapshots, you can. Because we doesn't have the history here, we are unable to, I'm unable to provide the history. So you can take a snapshot. Okay. Till here, you can take one snapshot. Finish, guys. So finish. Guys, give me 1 minute. Guys, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, okay. So let's see guys here. If you know like much more details about this particular editor, we'll have one command called VIM tutor. Okay, so VIM tutor, and open this, execute this command, and here, welcome to VIM tutor version 1.7. Okay, so here we'll have few lessons here, what we discussed till now, everything we'll have in that tutorial. Okay, so how to edit the files. So if you want, you can use, instead of navigation keys, you can use K. So for up arrow, and then J down arrow, H right, left arrow, L right arrow. So instead of navigation keys, you can use these options also to move the cursor. Okay, so clear? So this is all we already discussed. Okay, so if you require any details, you can execute VIM tutor, and then you will get this file. That means related information related to VIM, and then you can get the options according to your requirement. Okay, so VIM tutor is a command, guys. So I hope you clear. What is need of the data conversion into encrypted data? See, if you having any confidential file, so at the time we need to encrypt the file, no? So we need to encrypt the data. Yes. Somebody, they should not know your file content. They should not know your file content. How you are going to protect the file? With the help of encrypted format itself only. Yes. So we need to encrypt the data. Then only so it's secure. Which command? You can use Oracle VirtualBox. Rahul. Which command? VM commands. I didn't get you. What you were asking? Yeah, welcome, Rahul. So we doesn't have any recovery passwords like recovery softwares, guys. We need to depend on third-party applications. We should download on third-party application. So you need to remember the password. If you remember the password, so it's not possible to decrypt the data again. Sachin. We need to use some third-party applications. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. So VIM tutor. VIM tutor is a command. You will get the help related to VIM editor. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow, and then we'll have few commands like ls related syntaxes. We'll see tomorrow. You can use in VIM editor also. There is no issues, Philip. Okay, you can use same commands, same options into VIM editor also. Both are same. Right. So okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.